Toast. Toast. Okay, now I'm working. Stupid ass mic. Talking to myself. Welcome. I can't remember what I said now, but it's a good day. Payne's just found out Company of Heroes 3 exists. He's happy. There is a demo. You can find it on their website, as somebody's probably said. Welcome, Steph, Danny, Fakel, who's also melting. Glad I'm not alone. Sol, Actua, Jashin, Charles, Catalyst, Elech, Outer. Strange name I can't say, so I'm just going to say Duck. Painey. Anarchy. Anybody else? Anybody else? Spoody Penguin. Welcome. Mind blown. Yes, I'm sure it was a surprise for many people. I've only played a little bit of number 2, so I'm not a huge fan of it. But I am, because I do enjoy the game, but I just never... I was never around when Company of Heroes 2 came out, I don't think. I wasn't much of a PC player then, so I never really came across it. Anyway, Z-Wars, Fat Chicken. Let's get in there. What should we start with? Maybe a 2v2? Maybe a noob and a pro 2v2? Nice to see you again. Company Heroes 1 and 2 with the tits. Yeah, I enjoyed what I played it to. I played Iron Harvest, which is basically the same thing. I enjoyed that, so... I played a little bit of the Company Heroes 3 demo. Feels good. Apart from the disgusting controls. Yeah, we'll have to figure that one out. I wish that... Hopefully there's going to be enough feedback to go, mate. WASD camera move. Stop fucking about. Stop giving us this fucking 2005 control system. I'm watching you on my PS4. I hope that means you're not sat on your PS4 watching me. I assume that the YouTube app is probably the way to go. What's with the controls? It uses arrow keys to move the camera, or hold middle mouse button, or mouse scrolling, all of which I'm not a fan of, and just feels odd. Right, we got Outer, Volcom, and Alex Jits. I'm not sure who's a noob and who's a pro. This guy's a noob for sure. We already know that. Password is Fat Chicken. Fat Chicken. We are currently drowning. Oh dear, I shouldn't laugh, I suppose. Yes, it's very hot over here. And they say climate change isn't a thing. People are getting flooded. Other people are getting burned alive. How can you deny it? Associate arrow keys with the 90s. Yeah, I was going to say that, but I wasn't sure if that was accurate. I thought maybe that was too far back, but I trust Elech. I'm sure you'll see some DLC units. If you're going to play the same faction, somebody at least play a sub-faction. Otherwise, we can't tell anybody apart. Oh, fuck it. We'll run with these teams. I have no idea how good anyone is, apart from Outer and maybe Volcom a little bit. These two, no idea. We'll find out. Maybe they're both pros. We'll play on Eschen. Nice big map. Unit caps going on. Boosh. Watching Company of Heroes 3 YouTube vids. You don't need to do that. You can watch me stream it. Or, you know, you could just download it and play it yourself, which is probably the better option. Winter here in Queensland. It's mild as fuck. Nice for some. I mean, it's only like 26 here, which to an Australian probably sounds laughable. Because I know that's like your cold temperature, 26. We even ordered the military to fix stuff. Crikey. 35 in Madrid. That is toasty. But in places like Madrid, do you have like air conditioning everywhere? Because in the UK, most places and houses, no houses have air conditioning. Whereas in generally southern hemisphere places, you seem to have air conditioning everywhere. At least that was what it was like in when I went to Rome. Which obviously makes life a lot easier when it's 35 outside. And Spain as well. Same question. Am I a noob? I don't know, we'll find out. If anyone's in the tournament and is wishing to enter the tournament, tryouts are welcome to go for. That doesn't make sense, but you know what I mean. You're welcome to go for tryouts. I think it'd be good for pretty much everyone to do it, except for Willow, because he's going to be in regardless. Even Outer. Get him in a 1v1. Make sure he's still got it. He might have lost it. We don't know. He lost to Willow in the free-for-all the other day, so anything could happen. Welcome, Dino King. 25 degrees here, but old house, so super thick walls to keep it cool. Nice. Yeah, I've been trying to keep everything shut. In fact, I need to shut a curtain right now. The sun wasn't coming through yet, but it will do probably by the time this stream ends, so rather not have the sun heating up through the windows. Ready up when you're good to go, fellas? Car alarm. Car alarm, brave. Everybody dance. No, it's over, it's over. Calm down. Back to reality now. Hopefully that's not my car being driven away. My car's on the other side of the house, so it's fine. I just got back from 2 hours of Kung Fu. I'm bored, I'm hot. I did a little bit of Kung Fu back in the day. Wasn't really a fan. I liked the idea, but it wasn't very practical. And almost useless in a fight, I'm sure. I just woke up. Need a cig and a bit of Coke. Or cola, I should say. Saying Coke makes it sound way worse. Not a great morning routine, if we're being honest, Anarchy. Some people have air conditioners, some don't. It really is a matter of afford. Indeed. Sick tunes, man. Sadly have 80 confirmed casualties. It's crazy, you don't expect that stuff so much in a kind of first world country. You'd think you'd be more ready for it, but Mother Nature comes out of nowhere, I suppose. Welcome, Sedain. Been doing Kung Fu for 2 to 3 years of my life now. I assume that means 2 to 3 years. Hey, it's all good. If you enjoy it, go for it. I mean, most people don't really do martial arts for for actual fighting. Most martial arts aren't really for self-defense. They're just for exercise and knowing it, I guess. Very rarely would you ever have to actually use it, if ever. That's why I wrote Cola, not Coke. Well, at least you are wise about it. I did not read it the correct way. Welcome, Rico. When is the tournament? It was going to be in a couple of weeks, but everyone seems to be away in a couple of weeks, so it'll probably be more like the middle of August or something. We'll probably push it back. Nobody's around, apparently. Do you practice with the sword? Go to a katana-based class myself, but not during lockdown. No, I don't. They're mostly for decoration. I keep, I keep meaning to get around to putting them on the wall behind me. I have a small collection of weapons. As My interest of military history does make me want weapons. But yeah, I figured it'd be a cool stream background. But I've just got to make sure they go up properly so I don't get my head chopped off by an axe during a stream or anything. It falls down. Is it hot where you are? Yes. Yes, it is. It's only 26, but it's going to get a little bit hotter as we go. 28 by the end of the day, I think. 5 AM here. I'll watch until I fall asleep. That is some dedication. Wonder if all factions in Total War Warhammer 3 will get updated. They're going to have to be, really, because of the, in theory, the big changes coming, like wounds and that kind of system. How are the multiplayer matches working? You join, you fight. That's pretty much it. Mostly for decoration. No, I don't do any kind of training with them. If someone breaks into my house, maybe I'll bust one out. I probably wouldn't actually stab anyone with it, though, because I don't want to go to jail. But, might poke them. Poke them in the leg. Give them a little jab. Seems a bit laggy on your end. Seems pretty smooth for me. Anyone else? Let me know. Is it really laggy? It says excellent connection, YouTube tells me. Or are you talking about the game itself? I thought you meant the stream. Oh dear. It's a little bit slow-mo. Somebody's got a potato, PC, or connection. We'll see how we go. If it's slow-mo, we'll stop it. And we'll find out who's being the lag man. Yeah, I think the stream itself is fine. I think they meant in-game. My fault. As you can see. Everybody's going slow-mo. Oh, there we go. There we go. We've caught up, sort of, now. Partly for burglars. Exactly. When will you stream Company of Heroes 3? Probably in 2 or 3 hours. Have you tried a small-scale unit-only full campaign? I have not. Why would I? Is there some sort of cheeky fun to that? Anyway, outer normal lizard men. Got some stalkers up front. Oh, cheeky breaky. Cheeky cheeky. Beastmen from Alex facing Red Rogues. High Elves. Their front lines do a clash. Queen Bess, though, on the field, dropping bombs. Beastmen playing the tree game. Giving Outer a little surprise. Dropping Minotaurs all over his face. Using his Beastmen against him. Some random High Elf skirmish, Kev. Guess he forgot about those. Spooky frontline sirens coming in. We'll try and scare off the High Elves. There's Imric. Oh no, it's just a prince on a Star Dragon. Thought it was Menathne. Big boy's coming though. If anyone's going to take down him, it's going to be them. He's getting out of there though. He's not messing around. Wisely. Razorgore's broken. Minotaur's broken. So Outer has got one of the Quattles, the Regiment of Renown one, which, if you see this circle, everything in this circle becomes invisible and becomes hidden until enemies are close, which is what the Quattle does. It hides stuff, which is what he was trying to do. He had the Skink Oracle and a Bastillodon, wherever it is there, hidden away. Oh, it's the Ark of Sotek. Nice. See if that does any work. Yeah, so he's hiding everything under the big bird. So it's a cool plan. But it is kind of obvious. If you can't see any lizardmen units and the only one you can see is this, it's probably fairly obvious that it's all underneath the bird. The beastmen mostly... Oh, beastmen have actually come over to help their ally. So, interesting. So the lizardmen have won on this side. The vampire coast have mostly won on this side. So that leaves the lizardmen and the vampire coast. Vampire coast need to turn around though and look alive. If player X and player Y are fighting in the trees, can player Z see them? If you're on the same team, I believe you can see what your enemy can see, or what your ally can see. Yeah, I think. Do your units stop moving when you issue a shift command? Sometimes. It depends what you mean. Do you mean like when you draw a path, like you draw a movement path here, or you like click to do a path here, and then you hold shift, and then you click here, like over here, and then they... Is that what you mean? Like that kind of path? Hard for them to look alive. True enough. Lots of sirens left though. Still got some of those bombs. They don't have magical damage though. But Outer does have some magical damage on the field. I wonder if the Ark of Sotek is magical damage. I guess it's just the poison. Yeah, it's not magical. High Elf still got a few bits left. Torok's still in good health. Got this artillery to take out. Man Ripper's still going. Lots of strong stuff still on the field for both sides. The Sotek, Ark of Sotek's fine. The Quattle's fine. Skink Oracle's fine. Dragon's fine. Feel like Outer has got a lot on his plate. And his High Elf buddy. Still got a few bits left, I suppose. Still got the Dragon. Still got a Mage over here. Still got some Fireborn. All to play for. Favor bar is even. It's a bit of a mad blob. Banishment coming in. Straight through the middle of everybody. Friend and foe alike. I assume that was Outer doing that. Does the Skink Oracle have that? Doesn't have banishment, does he? He's got Earthblood and Wind Blast. Now where's Catalysts? Star Dragon could be a game changer. If he can use it well, get some breath attacks off, maybe. He's got 82 kills so far, only 600 value though. So he's got this unit dead here. I don't know why he's running away from this. The Fireborn will beat these up with the help of the Dragon and the Mage. Why is he running from that? Weird. Weird, man. Outer, trying to munch down some crabs. Cheeky Gores in the back. The Spirit of Tepok has boundless banishment. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. The Rainbow Pigeon Snake, has the banishment. There we go. He's finally jumped on those crabs. Probably could have used his Dragon Lord's help. Oh, he came over after the Beastmen Lord. Trying to get rid of Taurox. Not a bad plan. Outer's Troglodon, Skink Oracle. Got crabs and pigs on his tail. A couple of goats as well. But he's out of there. He's made it out. Looking like this. Could be a bit of a turnaround. Taurox is gone. Probably should chase him off to make sure he doesn't come back. He's got the Dragon. The Dragon could make some plays though. I feel like the Dragon could take out The Spirit of Tepok. Or maybe a nice breath attack. Still got the Arc of Sotek. How much damage has that done? Anything? 1400 damage. Not bad at all. Tidy. Sniping away, Oxyotl. Try and get that Beastman Lord. Think he routes. And that is going to be a GG. A lizard victory. With the help of some trusty high elves. Down we go. Good game, fellas. Oh, hot. Taurox, not really making his money worth. 1,000, not bad, but not enough for what you pay for him. 1,300, good from the Shaman, though. Not bad at all. Little work from the infantry as well. Man Rippers couldn't get too much done. Nor the Minotaurs, Razorgore herd. Actually, those Minotaurs did okay. And the Butchers did not. So, a mixed bag for Alex as the Beastman. Volcom. Sirens, some doing okay. Not a lot from the missiles. Not a lot from the Crabos. Queen Bess, the MVP for the Vampire Coast. Ranger is the Prince, 1600. Not bad, but probably not enough for a Dragon Lord. Not sure if he used all his breath attacks. Not a ton from the infantry or the missiles. Fireborn doing a bit of work. Doing a good chunk of work. Out to Oxyotl, 1700. Pretty nice. Whoa. Oh, Skin Coracle. I thought that was the Chameleon Stalkers then. I thought they had 13 or 3,500 damage. Crikey. Skin Coracle, 3,500. Very nice. Not bad from these Chameleon Skinks as well. A little bit of Saurus. Arc of Sotek with its 1,400. And 2,500 from the Spirit of Tepok. Pretty decent. Pretty decent. GG fellas. Alright, Ben Fung, Starscream. Boom. Free for all, baby. Password is Fat Chicken. Thanks, Steph. Do you ever play any Monster Hunter like games? I do have Monster Hunter. What's it called? World? I don't know what it's called, but the latest one. I have that. And I played the original one on PS2 back in the day. Many, many, many hours. But I only played the new game like halfway through. The PC one is World. Yeah. Cool, cool. Play whichever factions you like. Dive in. Will you host some test matches for tournament later? Yes, whenever people are ready to go. If you want to play one, Shulk, you're welcome. I don't really... Well, no, actually, I would like to see. Because you won the noob tournament, and then you faced Willow. You did okay. But I want to see if how far you've come since then. So that was a few months ago. So yeah, it'd be good to get some of those going. If anyone else wants to play for tournament tryouts, just say. You don't have to win them or anything, just so I can see that you know what you're doing. That's the idea. Trying to make it a nice even competition so that nobody has a walk match. Snagglefoot wants to go as well. Cool. Thanks, Steph. What we got? Empire, Dark Elves, Dwarfs, Green Boys. Welcome, Chicka. I really messed up my formation at the start. I don't know why. I went to move everyone forward and they all flipped backwards. We got sent to the wrong end of the map. No idea what I pressed. Trets. If you press J, it might have... That does about face. But that just turns you around on the spot kind of thing. The lobby is called Z-Wars. Z-Wars. Oh, it's too hot, man. Benfong ready. Starscream ready. After playing last stream, I went and watched your noob playlist, so hopefully do better today. Good, good. We shall see. God Eater. I think I've heard of it. Monster Hunter's fun, but I don't know. When I played Monster Hunter World, I just kind of felt like every boss felt the same for some reason. So I lost interest. I was the pirates. Made a damn fool of myself. That's part of the game, man. It's all good. Sometimes you fuck it up. Willow's our current champion. But when he fought Ulrich, he was Skaven against Ulrich's Chaos. He lost in like less than 2 minutes. Because his lord got crumped. People fuck up. It happens. Even the better players. Slatland Soothsayer, one of the best players to ever play the game, left his wizard out in the middle of nowhere while he moved his army, and his wizard got destroyed. Happens. And when you're a noob, those fuck-ups just happen more often, but as you get better, you'll notice that they happen less. It's just part of it, though. Do you like big monsters that shoot lasers out of their mouths? Not terribly, if I'm honest. I'd probably say, oh, that seems unrealistic. Why did dinosaurs have lasers in their mouths? Or something to that effect. You mean the NHS don't pay for you to have gaming PCs ready? Terrible. Absolutely terrible. What are they spending their money on? You mentioned earlier that you also made Battlefield videos. If Battlefield 2042 came, you made some Battlefield videos too? Yes, I do intend to make new Battlefield videos. Getting back to my roots. Maybe I'll even stop doing Total War. Who knows? We'll see. We'll see. Oh, the Monster Hunter film with Marines in? No, thank you. Yeah, we can get a couple of new battles going later. Under the sea. What? This water doesn't actually go through the... It's a trick. It's a crafty trick. They make it look like a river flowing through. How is this pool of water surviving? And not evaporating? It's a trick. Damn CA. Couldn't even make proper rivers. Okay. Here we go. Empire going a little bit boxy. Got some cannons. Got double steam tank. Did these steam tanks always have red decor on them? I feel like they weren't red and gold before. I feel like they were more just silver. They had a paint job? Or am I just not paying attention when I look at things? Dark Elves getting shot and getting out of there by the looks of it. Do you still enjoy making Total War videos? Yes. Yes and no, I suppose. I'm at a point where I feel like, what else can I do? If you watch all the videos on my channel and you still can't get good at Total War, you probably just need to stop playing Total War. Like, there's more than enough content to make everybody and anybody that watches them reasonably knowledgeable on Total War, and thus hopefully better at Total War. So I'm running out of ways to say, get good matchups, don't let the enemy flank you, all the same stuff that I say all the fucking time. So I guess I'm just repeating myself a lot these days. Got some sneaky shades. Does Predator sneaking around the back. Got the big gun on the field for the greenskins. Lobbing them rocks at the dwarfies. No good, no good. Empire are turning their attention. Well, they got a Hellstorm as well, actually. That looks like one got busted. Or maybe just lost its men. A lot of artillery. The dwarfs seem to be getting it from two sides. At least if the artillery start getting them. Dark Elves pinning the greenskins. Flanking them. Be interesting to see how this plays out. Empire probably needs to look alive a little bit and get in there. Otherwise it's going to miss out on all the points. The tanks of Sigma. Will you definitely make some Warhammer 3 videos? No, of course. I'm not really. I'm very unlikely to completely stop doing Total War. Unless I do Battlefield and it completely takes over and I get 1 million subscribers in a day. Then I probably always. I do enjoy Total War, don't get me wrong. And I enjoy doing the content for the new stuff. And I enjoy any kind of original stuff that I can do, like the secret stat videos. I enjoy that. I enjoy making those kind of videos. I'm looking forward to making the new faction guides for the new factions in Warhammer 3, actually. But when I have to make the same video over and over, it gets a little dull. Steam tanks coming in. Not sure why these Trollhammer torpedoes are going into melee. They could sit back and destroy these buggers. Empire getting on the move. Might be too little too late though, we'll see. Dark Elves coming up behind Greenskins. Greenskins still fighting Dwarfs. It's messy. What would be your dream project going forward? I just want to get back into shooters, really. And Battlefield could be the one. Maybe I'll be a little more general in shooters. Do some Tarkov. So Empire dividing his army quite a lot. A little dangerous. The organ gun coming over to get him, but he can't see over the hill. And now he's going to get crumped. Not before shooting Volkmar in the face at least. These dwarves, a minor speed bump for the steam tank. Crikey. Do you play Dawn of War Retribution these days? Sometimes. I was thinking about playing that the other day. After playing Company of Heroes, I kind of wanted to play Dawn of War. Yeah, it also depends what the new Total War titles are. The historical ones. And the fantasy ones, actually. Once Total War Warhammer 3 is done, what's coming then? If it's another somewhat disinteresting historical title for Total War, I can't say. I'm probably going to want to cover it. If it's Total War 40k, I'm there, man. If it's Total War Lord of the Rings, I'm there, man. Whatever it is, it'll have to be good. I'm not going to cover Troy and Thrones of Britannia and all those shit Total Wars. I need a good one. Three Kingdoms was good, but it couldn't hold the interest. So historical titles have been a bit of a downer, which is a shame. I'm hoping they take it back to more faction and nation focused Total War, because the last few Total Wars have been very much about characters. Obviously Warhammer is, and that kind of works with Warhammer, that's fine. But Three Kingdoms was made all about the characters. Troy was made all about the characters. Not about nations, about characters. And that, I think, isn't necessarily the way to go. Maybe for Warhammer, maybe for fantasy. But for historical, nations are better than individual characters. You can still have the individual characters, but it shouldn't be all about them. And they shouldn't be individual units running around. Single entities, I don't think belong in historical. I'll just catch up on the chat in a minute. Let's check out what's going on there. Ramble on for one. So Dark Elves seem to be doing pretty well. Got a lot of stuff left. Got a lot of ammo left on these shades. Greenskins. Poor old Ben Fong. Pretty much beaten down at this point. Empire have still got a lot left. They've got everything left, really, actually. They're just chilling out over here using up their ammo, which isn't a terrible idea, but also is kind of a terrible idea, because they're not going to get enough points. But if they could focus down some of these more expensive Dark Elf units, maybe you could do it. Maybe the Empire could get that last man standing bonus, get enough points, get that last man standing, because there's not a lot of points left for anyone to get. A few dwarfs here for the Dark Elves and Empire to get. It's mostly just a few dwarfs, and then of course each other as well, but that is going to favour the Dark Elves more than it's going to favour the Empire, so Dark Elves might be able to do enough if they can hurt these units. If they get blown up before they get here, then maybe not. We shall see. You can still do tourneys, gameplay in general, and events about Total War, about Warhammer. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff I'm looking for, like Darktide. I like to cover Darktide. That sounds fun. But I also want to move into things that have a bit of a bigger audience. Strategy games and Total War is quite a small audience in comparison to shooters and those kind of bigger categories of games. Hellstorm Cannon and 2 tanks. He's not messing around. He's going full on ranged. He's about to lose a tank though. He should maybe fall back now before he gets blasted by all these armor-piercing missiles, which is what's happening. His tank's still got a lot of ammo as well. He hasn't got to use the ammo, which is a bit of a waste. Volkmar's not in a great way. Should do more Vermintide videos. Whoa. More Vermintide videos. Where did that say that? I've lost it now. Yeah, I've done a little bit of that. But again, Vermintide is quite a small game. So the videos I've done, they've done okay, but only the one 5 rules video really did anything. But the audience for Vermintide is quite small, that's the trouble. If it was huge, I'd be all over it. But I would still do it a bit, and I'll do Darktide most probably. Just grab Sun Tzu, visualize all the stuff he says. You know what, one thing I actually did, a video series I tried before I was anybody on YouTube, when I had like 300 subscribers. I made a video on Attila applying Total War, applying Sun Tzu quotes and how they would work in Total War. I did one of those videos. It didn't do very well because I, didn't have any viewers or anything. But yeah, I did try something like that before actually. I'm falling behind on the chat by like 10 years. Trying to watch. Volkmar and Steam Tank going down. Wizard in the water. The dwarves have decided to go and try and take out the Empire. Why not, eh? But Predator at this point is so far ahead in the points. And he's still got a lot of stuff left. I think this one's probably a GG. Oh! He conceded. I think he realised. Fair play. Fair play. Starscream has conceded. Anarchy, if you could save us some time and do the same, that would be lovely. Good effort though, fellas. Empire just needed to get stuck in a little bit more. Alright, are we better now? New grudge system, screw them. Not sure about the grudge system. But the runes seem pretty good. Just scared the bejesus out of the community. Maybe a little bit. But hey, it'll pave the way for bigger and better things. Did you ever hear of Ruse? Isn't that an old strategy game? Total War Middle-earth would be great. It would. Looking forward to that remake of Battle for Middle-earth, actually, whenever they're doing that. Or that, not a remake, but an unofficial remaster, I guess. Oh, I keep doing it. They know what's good for them, they make 40k. Yeah, I mean, they've already got that relationship with Games Workshop. But whether it'll work well as a Total War, I don't know. Total War Game of Thrones could be cool. That could be good. Troy had man with stick. Pretty much. Who has a Lord of the Rings license these days? Yeah, not easy. I expect there are many years ahead for Warhammer 3. Yeah, I mean, they've milked Warhammer 2 for, what, 4 or 5 years now, so I wouldn't be surprised if Warhammer 3 is going to have very much the same. Maybe we'll even see Warhammer 4. Who knows? They've always announced it as a trilogy, but maybe they'll add an extra game on. If there's reason enough and room to do it. I doubt it, but you never know. Play Outlast for the stream. I'm not a fan of horror games. Maybe something to give another shot. Maybe. I suppose it would have viewers for now. Yeah, I think it was about high ground. Something about high ground. Because there was like some that just really wouldn't. Well, a lot of them just can't. You can't really make a Total War video on and apply a practical tactic. But yeah, this one was about high ground of some kind. I should have just quoted Obi-Wan, to be honest. It probably would have been more effective. Star Wars Total War could work. Could, I suppose. But there was an interesting thing a while ago. Republic of Play, Darren, Total War as it used to be called, who used to work at CA. He reckoned that the next historical Total War would be a gun-heavy one, like Napoleon or Empire. And they'd be doing that to kind of test out some features for Total War 40k. And he also noticed that a lot of CA employees started playing 40k games, I guess on Steam or Twitter or something. People they used to be friends with, I guess. Or is friends with. So yeah, he had that theory, which I think is an interesting one. And it is just a theory, he doesn't know or anything. But yes, we'll see. If the next Total War historical title is a shooty one, he might be right. Be curious to see. Total War Age of Sigmar, there's the other possibility, which I think is probably more likely, because Age of Sigmar isn't as popular as 40k or fantasy. I'd say. I don't really know completely, but I'd say. Yeah, so they might try and build its reputation a bit by making it a Total War game, which is obviously done very well for Warhammer Fantasy. How molten are you, sir? Quite molten. Quite molten. Not massively molten, but just quite. Getting attacked by literally 3 people in a free-for-all. Hey, it was only 2. Greenskins had to deal with Dark Elves. What are we doing? Alright, let's crank it up a notch. Trying to make it a 3v3, but the lobby... There we go. Okay, lobby's not bugged. 3v3, baby. We haven't done one of these for a while. Hopefully it's not laggy. If you have a dodgy connection or an incredibly wooden PC, potato PC, I would ask that you drop out. But if you think you'll be okay, give it a go. 2 spots. Password, as Soul says, Fat Chicken. Yeah, we'll do a noob match or maybe a tryout afterwards. I think I would rather have Warhammer 40k to Middle Earth, even though I'm a long-time Lord of the Rings fan. Just depends how they make Total War 40k work. Because you can't have like a unit of 120 Space Marines, because that's GG to everybody else. Right, 150 little Tyranids, some little Hormagaunts versus 150 Space Marines. Like, there's no contest there. So you'd need to do something with unit sizes. Maybe Space Marines would just have to be like 12-man unit sizes to the 150. But then I think Soul said before you'd need like a cover system or something to really make the game effective. Which I don't think Total War has ever really had a cover system of any kind. I haven't played all the shooty Total Wars that much, so I don't know. If you play the same faction as somebody else, could someone please go as a sub-faction? Otherwise we can't tell people apart. Welcome fellas, welcome fellas. Play whoever you like. You're not a 3v3 fan? Have we got someone else who wants to do a tryout? I think Anarchy wanted to do... Was Anarchy trying out? I think I may have forgotten to put his name on the list. Anarchy, did you want to try out for the tournament? I think you did, but I don't remember. If so, then you could fight Shulk and then we can get a tryout going. Space Marines will be monstrous infantry. Pretty much. Oh, Scheiße. What's up with your favour for our language? No reason. I don't know why I said oh Scheiße one day and then it stuck and now it's one of my catchphrases. But hey, it reels in the Germans. I just need a catchphrase for every language and then I'll have all the fans. Order versus Chaos. Yeah, we'll just let him go with it for now. Could do some of those battles then. Just standing in the open and shooting isn't very befitting of modern combat. Yes, indeed. I guess you just need like more terrain types or something. But then it would like turn into like an XCOM style game or something. It'd just be a completely different game. But I guess that's what they did in like Napoleon. And Empire Total War. Just stand in the open. Shoot some shit. Or get in a little house. Shoot some shit. Yes, that's why I'm here today. Cool, we can do that next then. Maybe make the maps more destructible. I guess they could maybe do like... Be cool if you had like maps that you advance through. I guess they have that with survival battles in Warhammer 3 now. Like you fight on a certain part of the map and then you move it onto another part of the map and then you move it onto another part of the map. Could be cool. I'm free to play. Do I need to try out? I think I want everyone to try out. Even though most people are probably fine. It'd still be good just to have everyone play. Just to check that everyone's still got it. Nobody's turned into a noob. Leaving their lines of death and their missiles all clumped together. And their carnosaurs at the back of the map. It's mierda in Spanish, if you like. I probably shouldn't roll the R, should I? Oh, mierda. It's the E-Ledge. 40k works for Dawn of War. Yeah, I'm hoping they'll do a new Dawn of War. That's what I want. Or a remaster of the first one. Update the graphics, get rid of that stupid arrow key control. I'd be all over it. That I'd probably cover a fair bit on the channel. I'd like that. Can I pitch my idea for campaign which the stream forums crap on as they are purists? No, absolutely not. We're complete purists here. Go away. Thank you. Is what I'd say if I was one of those purists, but I'm not, so go ahead. Maybe defenders can lay in sandbags or another kind of fortification. I guess they just have to read a lot of 40k books and see what the combat looks like. Or I guess you just watch the tabletop. I guess things stand out in the open shooting each other in tabletop. But I guess they do also have cover bonuses. If they did a World War title, they could maybe try on some sort of trench system. Yeah, it would be good to see some more advancement in Total War in the terms of the battles. They've done some cool things with campaigns, but battles pretty much the same, bar I suppose Warhammer brought single characters and magic, which have both work pretty well. But as I say, probably shouldn't be in all Total War games. Sounds alright if you roll the R. People do it in Spain to give more emphasis. Good to know. Have you seen the new video from Milk and Cookies on heavy cavalry? They are in a sorry state. I haven't. Feel free to give me the gist of it. So the free-for-all is a bit boring in Warhammer Epic terms. It needs more scripted campaigns. They did those small campaigns for Warhammer 1, like kind of more scripted campaigns. Not, I guess not scripted, but they were just kind of small mini campaigns. But apparently people didn't really play them, didn't like them. That's why they stopped doing them. A lot of 40k's close combat. Yeah, it would have to be something more like XCOM, I guess. But I guess we kind of got that in Battle Sector. Mad Dog Mike's got the potato? I didn't realise you were in here, sir. Can't even check the chat. Who's got the potato? This is why we don't do 3v3s very often. Because somebody's always bringing everybody down. Total War Warhammer multiplayer spoiled campaign for me. I don't have fun playing campaign anymore. That's why they need to bring back drop-in battles. So you can play another player in campaign battles. Like Avatar Conquest mode from Shogun 2 would fit perfectly in this game. Because you can kind of make your own legendary lord. And raise them up. Raise your own little army. Could be cool. I want them to make another go at formation combat. Empire Total War. Yeah, Empire is probably the only Total War I haven't played actually. I've played all the other ones a little bit to some degree. Like I haven't really played Napoleon, but I've played a little bit. But Empire, I don't think I've ever touched it. Maybe a demo, but I don't think so. So I'm not sure about that one. Correct, 8 peaks is meant to be this epic 3-way battle, and in the game it's one city. Heavy cav gets annihilated by infantry on the charge because the infantry is overhitting way too much. I see. Yeah, there's a lot of things that are a bit missiles and mobility. Pretty much is Total War combat at the moment, or Warhammer combat at the moment. Infantry is... most people just use cheap, crappy infantry most of the time. Because expensive infantry is too easily destroyed. And it's too expensive. We're down to the last 30 seconds. I think this 3v3 might have been a bad idea. Mike's in. Welcome, Blackhawk. Proper scripted maps. I mean, that's what quest battles are. 2 men down. Okay, so 2 dropped and now we can play. So you can play a 2v2, I guess, with 1 AI each. Mike. I'm not sure which side Mr. Tiefel's on. I think it might be a 3v1. 3v1 with a couple of AI. Potato. I've always wondered, does the percentage of your army left in free-for-all count towards the amount in last man standing? No, it does not. Last man standing gives you 2,500 points, no matter if you've got 1 man left or a whole army. 2 players committed seppuku. Very possibly. Maybe we can find their bodies hanging in the trees. Gotta be somewhere. There's always bodies hanging in the trees around here. No? Don't buy it. I don't buy it. Okay, nobody's in the trees. Never mind then. Why is this tree a different colour from the rest? Was this a special tree? It's a little bit of a darker brown than all the others. I feel like there's an Easter egg here. It's going to be one of those really long-winded ones. Maybe if we look inside the tree. Peer into the tree. Somebody put your head in there. Let me know. Would you do a co-op campaign with Henry Cavill? I absolutely would. That'd be cool. Which races would you be? Don't know. Depends if he wants to do co-op or head-to-head. Naturally, I'd probably be greenskins. Mr. Tiefel, no, he's pronounced like the electronics goods, like the kettles. Mr. Kettle. Willow in hiding, could be Steph. Although now there's some cav. Oh, okay, there we go. The tree spawns cav. Now we know. It's the cav giving tree. Today, some knights errant for Mike. What a good day. What a good day for him. I guess we're going to play this weird battle. What could possibly go wrong with 3 units of artillery at the front of your army? Tiefel going crazy. Why would you make me de-story my monitor? What does that mean? Does that mean I'm going to make you... You had a story about your monitor, but now you've got to take it away. Your monitor had a tail. Now it's been de-storied. It's just a plain old monitor. Boring. People love this sneaky plan, huh? Alright, we don't know which ones are AI. This one's AI, the dwarfs are AI. And judging by the ridiculousness, although I'm about to insult a player if they haven't gone, I was going to say, judging by the ridiculousness of the vampire count's attack. Some's over here, some's over here, some's going over here. I'd say that's probably AI. Chaos has some formation, so I think that's a player. Terry guy's getting sniped down and netted. I've lost my water. High Elves Lord. Taking a little pounding. Old Techless. Blood Knights also taking a pounding. They could make a Total War 30k game. Could do. That would be a little bit out there though. Oh dear. Excuse me. Bretonia, played by Mike, one of the few human players on the field. Dwarfs are coming. Taking a flock of doom. Bit toasty, it is quite toasty. It's especially toasty when you have to close the door to a room and then you have a heater in here as well, which is my PC. I've got the window open, which is probably just letting in about as much hot air as I'm putting out, but at least it's some fresh air. And I do have a fan. Terrorgeist going down. AI Dwarf Army coming in. Are they going to take down the Tinfoil Man? That's what we'll call him. Vampire Counts I also think is AI, I'm not sure though. There's some heavy blobbery going on. Man for getting out of there. Oh, a big comet. Coming down. Welcome, GJ. Wait, is that Kukin? Isn't that Kukin's name? Can't remember now. I've seen the Kukin man for a while. Dwarfs still mostly just stood out in the open. 2 people dropped, yeah. We lost 2 people at the same time. It was the dwarf player and I think the vampire player. Hey, it is the kitchen man. Welcome, buddy. Haven't seen you in a while. You wanna play a game? You wanna play a little game? You can test one of our tournament tryout kits. Or maybe you can try out yourself. Ooh. This battle is an absolute mess. I don't know where to look. It's just all going on. Long time indeed. I'm all good. Living the dream. And all that. Stoked for Total War 3? Yes. I'm excited to get some new stuff, some new lands, see what they've done with it, see what they've changed, see what they've hopefully improved. We shall see. See if my game works on my shit laptop. Dratos. Why do you have a shit laptop? What happened to your PC? You had a PC, didn't you? This game's gone a little slow-mo now. Incredibly slow-mo. Slow-mo dragon. I think we need to write this game off, to be honest. Due to the fact that explosions. Oh. Slow motion explosions. Slowly speeding up. Also somewhat freezing. I think we'll need to GG this. Oh, it's picked up again now, actually. Okay. We'll let him continue. Burkov. Yeah, Kislev are looking cool. Excited to see what they do with Cathay as well. And of course we still have the pre-order race that we don't know anything about. So there could be an extra faction. Or maybe, as some have theorized, it'll be a faction for Warhammer 2 that'll eventually be in Warhammer 3. It has to be ogres. It's them or Chaos Dwarves, most probably. We'll see, eh? We'll see. Yeah, 3v3s. This was a mistake. Mike's mostly been defeated, it seems. His poor Bretonians running for the hills. Still got a bit of cab around. Too many chaos and vampires on his face. They've really paved the way for Dogs of War with ogre mercenaries. Possibly. But I wonder where you draw the line with how that works. Like, do you just keep adding random units into the mercenary pool? Add some orcs in, or some elves, or whatever the Dogs of War is composed of. And then you can just select certain units that you want, or maybe you have to like take a group of units. If you want to take mercenaries, then you've got to take 3 units. One which is orcs, one which is vampires, and one which is fucking high elves. I don't know. Wouldn't Kislev make the most sense? To have it as a pre-order bonus? Well, they're already in the base game, so why would there be a pre-order? I think if you make a game with Kislev in, and then you call the pre-order bonus Kislev in an older game, people are going to go like, what? You're just giving us something we're already getting? I don't think it'll go down well. We shall see them. Where's the green liquid stuff you always drink? Goblin juice. I still have my goblin juice every now and again. Water's good, man. Water's all you need. Good old H2O. Good day, Skipper. Oh, Bradley. Welcome. I don't know what's happening in this battle anymore. Manfred's fighting a pigeon snake, that's all I know. You're not a true orc? I'm the one true orc. How dare you? How very dare you? And I think with the freezing of the pigeon snake and Manfred, we'll write this one off. Sorry fellas, this one's taking a little too long, a little too slow, and just a fucking mess. Never again. We won't play 3v3s too often. Let's make a new one. Let's make a 1v1. Okay, how about a tournament tryout? Or if the Kuchen Man wants to play, throw the Kuchen Man in as a welcome back. You won? Well played. Everyone won that one. Actually, I think everybody lost that one. Just because it was a bit laggy. Nick's in. Tournament tryouts are for better players, because that's what I'm looking for. Kuchen's updating. Okay, Nick, you wanted to play with Kuchen, so I'm going to boot you out. And Anarchy, if you wanted to jump in. Then we got 2 tournament hopefuls that can throw down against each other. We'll play Dread Crossing, why not? New map. give this a pledge. We'll do some noob battles later, or maybe after this one, or maybe after the next one. We'll do some. Yeah, we could do a 2v2. You can team up with or take down the Kuchen Man, whichever you prefer. Well, I mean, you could try anyway. My pigeon snake would have yeeted Manfred into the nether dimensions. I'm sure he would have. So please don't join this one. We're waiting for somebody. We will have plenty of time for more games. Yeah, it's a little bit disappointing that Darktide got pushed back, but at the same time, also good for me in a way, because I'm going to have a lot of Total War Warhammer 3 content to make, and I want to do some Battlefield stuff. So if I had Darktide coming out around the same time, I'd be dead. So pushing it back actually kind of helps me. And you know, delays aren't always bad. If it makes it a better game, it's all good. I think my PC just died. Okay, any other tournament hopefuls? If they can make it here before Anarchy, they can play for now. When Anarchy sorts his life out, he can come back. I was about to drop convocation on that blob. Tratos. Oh, we got Potato. Cool. Volcom, I'm going to kick you for a tournament, man. Password is Fat Chicken. We can get 2 tournament players. That's what I'm looking for. Forgot to add Sedain in the tournament list. Oh yeah, I forgot he was going to be available as we were pushing it back. Just give me a DM on Discord. I'll see it when I finish. No tourney for me. Depends how good you are, man. That's what the tryouts are for. I want to make this tournament as skill level equal as possible, while still maintaining it to be just the community. So yeah, I'm just trying to look at if people know what they're doing, if they know how to move their army, if they've got formation, if they know how to build an army, if they can put up a fight. You don't need to win the tryout, you just need to show me your skills. Oh, you're Volcom? I don't know. Were you in the tourney? I don't think you were on the list. Were you in the Discord? Hey, Anarchy's arrived. Okay. Okay. We can do another one of these if Volcom wants to try out for the tournament, and whoever else just tried Potato. Password is Fat Chicken for the future. Fat Chicken. Play whichever factions you like. Whichever your best faction is. Don't worry too much about picks and bans and shit. Like I say, don't need to win. Just put up a fucking fight. Didn't know there was a list. Are you on the Discord? If you're not on the Discord, then you're going to find it hard to keep up with anything tournament related. I've been playing a couple of years, but not a ton of multiplayer. Well, still could be good. You never know. We've had some campaign only players that are actually not too bad in multiplayer when they transition. No ogres? Yes, because I meant to put unit caps on. I check now and then. Well, if you want to be in the tournament, you'll have to check it quite often because all the news of it will be there. And I don't want to have to chase people around. So, if you can make the effort, by all means enter. But if you don't want to look at Discord, then probably leave it out. I was crying when you netted those halberds. Not sure what that means. I'm not sure if he was crying with joy or crying with sadness. Or he was just mentioning that he happened to be crying because of something else that happened in his room. And then his halberds got netted. And that just made it worse. The only reason I didn't refund this game is I found your YouTube. Going from campaign to multiplayer wasn't too bad. Glad I could save you, crap man. Where do I put my name down? Just DM me on Discord. Here we go. But yeah, Total War does a terrible job of telling people how to play its game. They have the Academy thing now, which I did a few videos for when it started up. But that shit needs to be in game. They need like a mini campaign that is a tutorial only. Like that literally tells you all about battles, how they work, unit stats, matchups. It should take a few hours to get through. And then, yeah, people would understand Total War a lot more. They'd enjoy it a lot more. They'd probably sell more copies. Or have more reoccurring players. Whatever you call it. Okay. Shog versus Anarchy. I nearly said potato. That's what means. In the meantime, let's draw a potato. In memory of potato. There we go. Some old games had that. Yeah, you see it from time to time. But it's just there's so much depth. Nobody can pick this game up and be good at it without putting like 50 to 100 hours in and paying attention to everything. And there's ways you can definitely shortcut that a little bit. Obviously there's lots of tooltips and stuff to explain everything. But they just expect you to do that of your own accord. Damn fine potato. Thanks. How about a crab then? Whoa, this is gonna be difficult. I don't know how to. I can't. Oh, that's not a claw. Okay, I've messed that crab up. How many legs do crabs have? 6 or 8? There we go. That's not too bad. That's not too bad. Bit of a crab there. I don't know how many legs crabs have. I need to sort my life out. I need to educate myself on crabs. If it's failure, it's accurate. True enough. Failure of the crab. Draw an orc. Some funny eyes. He's wearing orc goggles. It's a 40k orc, alright? Take an icy dip. Any more Easter eggs around? Right, so they have 8 legs. They don't walk in their claws, do they? Oh! I'm back. Back in the room, back in the room. Okay, here we go. Skaven rats, storm vermin up front. Well, hey, going brave. Don't see these boys on the field too often. See what they can do with them. Double chieftain bonebreaker. Plague seer. Some slingers, lots of cheap infantry for the most part. Got some death globe globadiers, some poison wind mortars. And some other stuff coming, doggos. Got a hold of some cav here. Chaos, double manticore. Marauders, Chaos Spawn, Archaon. Okay, let's see what they can do. See what these boys can do. This is a tournament tryout. I'm basically just looking to see how good people are. Like I said, if they know how to put a formation together, if they know how to move said formation, how their micro is, how their army building is, how their matchups, skills are. You know, their ability to see a good matchup and a bad matchup. their magic use. All the stuff that makes a good player. Doesn't matter who wins or loses this, as long as they put on a good fight with all of their skills. Not another bloody bell. Indeed. Here comes some skirmish cav. Likely to get blown up by these though. And they're going to move up. Mortars. Tally-ho! They've moved. They did the dodging. Can these storm vermin work? I really detest fighting Skaven. The stream laggy or is it okay? Looks like it should be smooth, but front line's going to clash. No counter charge from the rats though. Double manticores coming in after the death globes and after the mortars. Indeed, does have the doggos. The doggos who could answer here actually. If they were quick, they could sneak around and grab those. Oh, they're going to go after this one. Ooh. Double chieftain coming though. With that bloody bale. Stream's okay? Cool, thanks. So the poison wind mortars being tied up. Losing some skirmish cav though is Anarchy. Hasn't quite completely got rid of the mortars or the death globes. And with those still firing, that could be a GG for the Chaos. Trying to get in after the chieftains. It's a little bit of a hero fracas over here. The doggos munch down the skirmish cav. One exalted hero going down. Uh-oh. A reasonable burning head. Nothing too crazy though. Not a lot of great Skaven units there to burn. Apart from the... Oh, actually they have storm vermin there. Oh no, they were clan rats. Only the globadiers that got a bit of that. Chaos though. A little bit out of juice. Ooh, sleepy time. Got a few doggos. Few doggos chilling. I think that is going to be a GG for the Chaos. Good game, Chaos, but Skaven Rats taking it today. So, not bad. Nah, not bad builds for both sides. Chaos Spawn usually a good choice against Skaven because they have a lot of cheap infantry, but in this case, the Storm Vermin kind of threw those off a little bit and made those less effective because Chaos Spawn don't have armor piercing. So the heavily armored Storm Vermin actually made themselves useful there. Perhaps lacking in anti-large was the Chaos's fault. No Dragon Ogres, no Shaggoths, nothing that could take down those two chieftains. Had the Horse Masters that are okay. Maybe the Exalted Heroes could do that a little bit, but maybe needed a Shaggoth or something in there. But a valiant effort. Bit of work from those Storm Vermin. Couldn't get much out of his missiles. Anarchy did a good job of getting after those and limiting their potential. Couldn't do enough to take the victory. Good game, though. Well played. Cool. Who else was going to play? Kuchen Man, are you ready yet? It wasn't a GG? Why is that? Couldn't pull off what my army was designed for. Then perhaps it is not a well-designed army, sir. A good army should be able to deal with all situations. Those builds that are very specific to a plan do have that risk that if the plan doesn't go off, it's not going to work. And that's usually not a great build. Unless you're just trying to have fun. But if you want to win a tournament, then you probably need to be a little more well-rounded, I guess. I think you just needed some anti-large there. I could play against a tryout, dude. Mr. T4's a tryout dude, actually. Nick. I'll boot you again. Boop. Sorry, just because you wanted to play with Kuchen and he's not ready yet, so we'll save you for the Kuchen Man. We'll get a 2v2. For now, though, we can do another tournament tryout. T-Fold's in the tournament tryouts, and either Potato or Volcom. Potato's arrived. Cool, cool. Volcom, we can try and find you somebody else. You can even play one of these guys again. It doesn't matter if somebody who's already tries out again. It's all good. Maybe we can give Anarchy another shot. Not that he did badly. It's not about you, it's about me. Not being able to do what I did against Lycus. Oh, I wouldn't use that as a judge. You can do anything to Lycus. Push over, mate. Push over. Easy. You could just bring an army of Skaven slaves. No, wait, you're the Chaos. You could just bring an army of Chaos Marauders, and you can beat Lycus. Hell, you could just bring 5 Chaos Marauders and nothing else. You can still beat Lycus. Only joking. You did indeed get pooped. But it's for the greater good. We'll keep the map the same as they were already building. You're sure you could have won? How? What was your plan? Unless you're like keeping it super secret for the tournament, but to me it just looked like your plan got fucked by the storm vermin, meaning you couldn't break their front line easy. And I don't know what your plan with the double manticore was. The double hero. Was your plan to kill their lord? You went after their missile units, but he had a lot of defense there. Alex F. Can I give it a go against someone? Potentially, yes. I'm a bit late, sad. No worries, Naholde. Better late than never, man. I didn't expect you to look like a Viking. I get that a lot. I'll take it, though. The plan was so secret, even he doesn't know. Yeah, no, I'm sure you could have won it. Like, it wasn't an unwinnable fight for you by any means. But, I think the build was just lacking that anti-large. It wasn't prepared. If there was a large, heavy army, you would have been mightily fucked. If you had 2 hell pits and a bunch of rat ogres, you did not have any anti-large to answer something like that. That can be the trouble. What are your thoughts on Milk and Total War? Milk and Total Wars cookie videos. I don't know, what do you mean? Are you talking about a specific video or his channel in general? Honestly, I don't really watch too much of other channels anyway, so I don't have too many opinions. That Cav video. Yeah, somebody else mentioned it. I don't know, I haven't watched it. But there's certainly some stuff. I mean, I think it is fairly... I guess it's always been fairly apparent that heavy cav has never been fantastic. Like, you look at Chaos heavy cav, you never really see it. It's just not that good for some reason. Probably because their horses are too small. But, yeah. A lot of cavs are a bit underwhelming. Anyway, let's look away. Bloop. I indeed need to spread my army out more. It's too clumped up for the mortars. I don't think the mortars did that much damage though, did they? Or did they? Maybe I missed that. They probably got 1,000 or so, but they always fucking do those things. Nightmare. What do you think about the ancient salamander nerf? Do you think multiplayer and campaign units should have separate stats? No, they shouldn't have separate stats because campaign units get buffed up anyway, so the stats don't even really matter to campaign units. But I don't think it's too bad. It lost like 200 cost, the salamander, so it's not as if it was really a nerf. Some people even say it's a buff. Made it a lot cheaper. Maybe more likely to be picked over the Bastiladon solar engine. Anyway, for now, Outriders, Empire Knights, Knights of the Blazing Sun, standard front line, Swordsman, Sigmar Sons in the middle, more cav, mortars, ooh, double mortars, okay. Jade Wizard, Karl Franz, fairly standard Empire, good solid stuff though. Rangers up front for the High Elves, 4 units of those. Lothan Seaguard, Artillery, Silver Helms, Teclis. Fairly well-rounded army for the High Elves as well, so pretty balanced little battle this one should be. Yeah, the Chaos Horses are a bit ridiculous. Hopefully they sort them out. For 3 at least. Couple of skirmish cavs in the woods here for High Elves, taking some pops at Carl. So a lot of cav over here for the High Elves. Mr. Tiefel. Surprised he's not going for a bit of a shootout. Actually is out artillery, I suppose, 2 to 1. So probably best to charge up. He's coming in with the Rangers. He should have the advantage and be able to beat up their infantry. There's no Battle Priest and no Volkmar buffing this front line up. So they do have some heals potentially. Lothan Seaguard starting to pop off. If I got a penny every time I fought a Cav-span Empire army, would have 2 pennies, which isn't much. But it's weird it happened twice. Very strange. But yeah, I mean Cav heavy Empire is that's what you're supposed to do. A lot of the time. They got good cav. Well, not all the time. There's only certain factions you really need to go cav heavy, but... Rangers, though, all breaking real quick. Damn. Took some hits, I guess, from the mortars and the missiles. Cavs arrived. Front lines engaging. A couple of cav charges, maybe. No, sneaking past, going after the missiles. Thanks for your input, even though I don't agree. Yeah, I mean, I'm not saying that the salamander did get a buff, but I honestly don't really play lizardmen, and even if I did, I'd never really use the salamander, so I don't have that many opinions on it, to be honest. I'm the wrong person to ask. But it could be good, could be good, could be bad. I can't really even remember what changed other than the price. Techless, though, getting taken down. Although Carl is now a little bit surrounded. Only by skirmish cap, though. Going to try and save Techless. One horse stands between Carl and Techless, and he's gone around him. Going to be hard for Techless to stay alive. Potato defended himself well. High Elf still got a bit of stuff left. It's all a bit scattered though. Still got some spears over here. Carl's going after Techless. Both artillery though still going for the Empire. If only he had some cavalry left to come and take him out. Who are the two players? Empire is Potato Sauce. High Elves is Mr. Teufel. Or Teufel. Whatever people are telling me to call him. Big cav charge coming in though. Boof. Those heralds not going to enjoy that. There are a fresh unit of silver helms here actually. Surprised these aren't pushing in. They got free reign on these missile units here. And the backs of these units. Hammer and anvil. But instead they watch. And now they do something. Probably because they hurt me. Oh shit, look alive, lads. Yeah, I feel like these artilleries have probably done quite a bit of damage. Maybe not. 400. And 400. Okay, maybe not. They've just been firing a long time, but I guess they've been shooting at crappier units. Maybe until now. Lots of good rear charges coming in from the Empire. I heard cavalry charges bugged. Something along the lines of Teufel. I don't know. These Germans and their German names. Potato taking that one. Good work from Carl. Probably just heals from the caster. Nice work from the Cav. Most of it anyway. Mr. T couldn't get the work from his Rangers. Or his Loth and Sea Guard apparently. Some from the Cav. A little from the artillery. Good game, fellas. Good effort. Okay. That's another tournament tryout down. How about a noob battle? While we wait for the 2v2. I'll just call him Mr. Devil from now on then. Mr. Devil. Infantry does more damage on them. Yeah, I don't know. I haven't seen it. A couple of people have mentioned it, but... don't know. Anyone here going to play Total War on a Steam Deck? Definitely not. Any noobs? Any noobs? Any noobs? Password is Fat Chicken. Fat Chicken. One word, lowercase. Fat Chicken. Yeah, but those Steam Decks look cool, but only really useful if you travel a lot, I guess, or you're out the house a lot. Which I only travel by driving myself everywhere, so never on, well, rarely on trains, especially at the moment. COVID world and all that. Don't use buses. Let's change the map to Reach. Hello. Dr. Frost and McColl's. Not sure who McColl's is. Hopefully he's a noob and not the best player in the world. Otherwise this new battle will be a little unfair. We'll find out though. I can't afford a NASA desktop. True enough I suppose, but I guess it is a lot cheaper if like monitors and stuff as well and speakers. I guess it is all very expensive to have a PC. But yeah, a lot of games you won't be able to play without a mouse and keyboard, like Total War. Be a bit of a nightmare. I want to lay on my comfy bed and maybe play Final Fantasy XIV. Those were the days, eh? What is the best city in Warhammer? Black Crag, obviously. I'll get one next year if reviews are good. Welcome back, Anarchy. Yeah, I mean, I don't know how good these... You should probably wait for some, like, benchmarks or just tests of, like, Total War on one of those things to see how they run, because they might run worse than anything. Oh, sweaty. Got a fan, but it feels like it's doing nothing. Let's crank it up. Hopefully it doesn't make a noise on my mic. Got a 3070 now though. Nice. I'm still waiting on my 3080 I ordered in October. I debate caving into scalpers, but I really don't want to. Or buying a whole new PC with one in, but probably rather not have to do that. How does KOF 3 run? The bit I played runs okay. It's a little bit low in the frames. It does tell you to change your frame rate, your resolution to 1080p, which I never did because that would look horrible on a 1440p monitor. Maybe I should try it. Maybe it would help. It does say why. I didn't really read it though. I just like, nope, staying on 1440. I bought a pre-built and ripped it out. They're actually selling them. I don't know where you live, but they were selling them on Overclockers the other day. They had a bunch on there for retail price. 900 I think it was. Was it 900? That sounds like a lot for a 3070. That's probably overpriced. Seeing as I paid 700 for a 3080. Probably shouldn't be paying 900 for a 3070, eh? I think they were 900 anyway. I don't know. It's all a bit of a mess, isn't it? Still waiting for a PS5 as well. I'd like to get a PS5 and play Demon's Souls, but nope. Nowhere. Not a chance. Get an NZXT sponsorship. Yeah, I tried that. I tried it in a few places. But they're just too sought after, too rare, too worth the big bucks. Plebres 1080, exactly. You just gave your sister a graphics cardless PC? I'd assume you'd give her your old one. Got my 3080, but no luck on PS5. Alright, no need to brag. Jeez. What's annoying for me is I probably should have a 3080, but when I ordered it, naturally the website, I used overclockers, and the website was obviously busy as fuck, so it was slow as fuck, which is, you know, part of the deal. You just have to keep pressing refresh and trying to get through. And I kept paying on my card, but it kept failing. And I did that a couple of times, and I really tried. I was like, oh, fuck it. And I came back in a couple of hours. I tried again. It kept failing. And then I thought, oh, I can use PayPal as well. Okay, I'll try paying with PayPal. And then PayPal worked first time. So if I'd used PayPal in the first place, when I first tried to place the order, I'd probably have one. But because I didn't think to try PayPal, because, you know, the card, just putting your card details in should work. But because the website was obviously fucked up, it wasn't working. But PayPal was working. But I was too late. And then I was in a queue of like 500. And now I'm like in a queue of 100 to get the one I ordered. So if they ever actually send any, I might get one day. We'll see what happens. But it's no biggie. I'm not in any hurry. I was in a bit of a hurry because I couldn't get Total War to run properly. And I was always having my streams be laggy. But now I figured out that my I didn't realize you could limit a game's frames with NVIDIA. So I've limited, as you can see up here, I've limited Total War Warhammer 2 to 80 frames now. So the graphics card won't try to go any higher, which means there's more room on the GPU utilization. You can see I'm at 72%. And that's what was causing my stutters before, is this would hit 99%, and then it left my stream software no room to do anything. No room to kind of stream my stream, and thus I get the stutters. So now I figured that out, I'm not so desperate to get a 3080. I'm not in a hurry. My 1080 Ti is still holding strong. Still looks pretty good. Still plays most games. Well, pretty much all games actually at decent frame rates. Only Cyberpunk. I can only get like 40 frames or 50 frames, and I refuse to play on that. So I'm going to wait till I get a better graphics card before I play Cyberpunk. And obviously, that's probably a good idea to wait for that game anyway. Got a 2060. Nice. Anyway, to the battle. Dr. Frost, about to get charged in the face by some big, heavy fireborn. Tries to run. Mistake. Mistake number one. If a cav is about to charge you in the face, it's not worth running away. Just charge him back. You should have charged this one in that was facing them. And then see what he's doing now, which is probably this. That would have worked out pretty well. He would have done damage on the charge to the fireborn. And then he could have maybe flanked around the back. There is a dragon now there. So that would maybe throw it off. But yeah, never run away from a charge if they're going to get you anyway, because you're just going to take damage. You might as well give him some damage back. Getting shot up is archers. Just getting shot up. Too much stuff alone. Needs pressure on the back line. Needs a bit more cav around here. He's got it there. Needs to get it moving. He's got all the stuff. So coordination so far. The problem for Dr. Frost. He's brought his front line and his missiles up too early, essentially. Because his cav is not in place to help him out. If his cav was here right now, they'd be all over this shit. Come around this side as well. He obviously met the fireborn here, but if you could have got one unit around here, you've got to stop these from firing, these archers, or they're going to mess you up. 4 units. There you go. Look, there it is. See, he's got little defense for it back here as well, which is one of the high elf failings. Too many missiles, not enough defenders. And against the greenskins, who often have large armies, that is a problem. A little dangerous to try to run away from a faster cav here, especially near the edge of the map, because now they're going off. See, these big uns should have been able to beat the crap out of these, but because they got shot to crap, they didn't have the time. They didn't have the health, rather, to get their damage done. What CPU you got? If you're asking me, 3900X Ryzen. I made the switch to AMD, and I ain't looking back. I was always a bit of a hardcore Intel kid. Blindly loyal. And I was like, okay, I'll try AMD then. Turns out it's way fucking better. Their CPUs are on fire right now. At least for workstation PCs. If you just want a game PC, then Intel is absolutely fine, but Ryzen is just a little better for video editing and stuff like that. A little better at multitasking. These missiles still firing strong. Green boys, mostly out of boys. He's also got some units that are a little late to the party. I saw a 2080 Ti for sale in a PC repair shop and a guy wanted $950 for it. Is that a lot? I don't know if that's a lot for a 2080 Ti. I don't know how much they were when they came out. Better why? I'm not sure that was what in response to what. But I guess I answered. Oh, nice vindictive glare. Welcome, Ryan. Do you know every animation in Total War Warhammer 2? Yes, I know how every single soldier moves, every attack they do, every unit. All of them. By which I mean, what do you mean? Greenskin's doing okay. Looked like they were kind of down and out, but they're still around. Still got Grom going. There's a lot of strong high elf units left though. The Swordmasters. Got some spears. Still got the dragon. Actually, the dragon's nearly dead. Oh, you're at the CPU is probably why you were asking. Better why. Yeah, it just seems like Ryzen in the past couple of years has just been much better value for money for what you get performance-wise than Intel recently. Where Ryzen's making lots of jumps in performance, Intel just isn't. In the past couple of years anyway. This could go either way. Favor bar still in the middle. High elves nearly out of ammo, mostly. He needs to make sure these missile units don't come back, because they still got ammo, although they're mostly not a lot of men in them, but still. Yeah, if you compared like the Ryzen, what I have, the 3900X versus whatever the top Intel CPU was at the time, the 10900K, I think. If you compared them in performance in games, it was basically the same for most games, but yet the Ryzen cost about £100 less. So, same performance for much less price. I don't know if that's still the case. I don't know if Intel have figured things out more with their 11900K or whatever's out now. I don't know. But yeah, now you've got the 5000 series for the Ryzen stuff, so yeah, that might be taken over again, but Ryzen's been doing it right for the last couple of years. So this battle looked like a bit of a write-off for the Greenskins, but he's kind of turning it around. He's still got some missiles, so he needs to get some damage on these Swordmasters. Probably needs to shoot them. This is not a unit you want alive with a lot of health in the late game. That dragon's nearly dead. If he gets the Lord dead, Greenskins might be able to turn this around. Favor bar slightly in the high elf favor. But it ain't over till it's over. How are you even enjoying the game? What do you mean? What do you mean, sir? I have i5. What a new PC for Warhammer 3. But is it better to wait on it to come out and see how it runs? I don't imagine it'll be too different to this. I think it'll be much the same performance. They can't really update anything massively graphically, I would say, because they've got to incorporate the other two games into this game, or into that game. So yeah, seems a bit unlikely they'd change it a lot. The level of detail should still be about the same on the characters. They're going to use all the same stuff. So yeah, I'd expect a very, very similar performance. Maybe the maps will be a little bit more grandiose, but that might just be some of the more special maps. Even the lack of an SSD makes Total War Warhammer barely jump through. Yeah. I can appreciate if you have really long load times. It probably does suck the life out of it a bit. Grom trying to run away from the dragon. The dragon still got 1,000 health left, actually. Not too bad. These missiles could try and get some shots. Grom, though, doesn't have a lot of health. He is regenerating. But if he takes a couple of hits from that dragon, he's not going to do so well. Just a little charge on those sword masters. Ryzen 5000 series is now even in gaming and even better with content and stuff. Have to work with what we got, indeed. But that's the thing, that if you're looking for a new CPU, look at the Ryzens, because they'll probably give you, even if you're looking for like a cheaper, like i5 Intel CPU, look at an equivalent performance Ryzen CPU, and it'll probably give you the same performance but be cheaper. So could be worth looking at. Definitely worth looking at, I'd say. If you're looking at an i5, look at a Ryzen. I don't even know what numbers, but you'll probably find that for less money you can get the same performance, if not better. Aren't AMDs generally hotter? Don't know, I haven't found that with mine personally. I've only got a fan cooler as well, I haven't gone water or anything. I jumped in mid-combo, yeah, I'm reading the chat like way behind. It's because I'm trying to comment the battle. Should probably just shut the fuck up and comment the battle. There's an AMD in the Steam Deck. Ooh. Ooh. I think my CPU is good for a while. Don't think I'll need an upgrade anytime soon. Hopefully. Never find an opponent on multiplayer battles? Are you trying to play quick battles or custom? There's an animation for the Minotaur and the Empire Swords men to work. Minotaur models has enough health to be one-shotted by an attack. Both units need to charge each other. I'm not sure what you mean, right? Minotaurs can kill Empire Swordsmen. I think that's fairly well known. An Empire Swordsman probably only has, what, 60 health? 60, 70 health? And a Minotaur's attack is probably like 100 or something. Good game, fellas. I meant to look at the stats. Actually, I forgot. I didn't even see who won. Who won? I missed it. I was too busy talking. I think the High Elves maybe won? I don't know. Who won that one? That was a good battle. Actually, I'm going to watch the replay real quick. There's a few little bits we can talk about. GG, fellas. GG. Any battles or even multiplayer campaigns either. Yeah, I mean, those you've really got to try to go to a more organized place for multiplayer campaigns, like a Discord or something. And same for battles, really. You're going to get the best battles if you go into a Discord. High Elves won it. Ooh, it was close. It was looking like the Greenskins were a bit down and out. So Greenskins here. The approach, the mistake for Dr. Frost, I only said Mr. Frost as well. As I said here, first one, should have charged this Cav. There was no escaping. Trying to run away was just going to make you take damage, so he might as well have charged in. Could have flanked around with the other one to sandwich those fireball. Probably wouldn't have won, but could have done a lot of damage with the Orc Ball Boys. They hit hard. They got armor piercing. And up here, these units, two by themselves. Most of his army is over here. These units by themselves. These should have been back here with the rest of the army. His biggest problem here was just his organization of the army. His cav should have been way ahead of his infantry so that he could set up and start to pressure these missiles as his infantry was coming up. Thus, they wouldn't be shot to shit as they are going to get. So that was all he needed to do. And for the High Elves, as you can see, he doesn't have any protection back here for his missiles. 1 unit of cav, 2 units of cav could wreck all 4 of these because there's nothing back here to defend. Probably should have had some spearmen back here. Or maybe some cav of his own back here to answer their cav, the Orc cav. See, all these boys are getting shot. These big uns, they've lost a quarter of their health before they've even got to the fight. They're still going to get shot as they approach. These Savage Orcs might make it. These ones, did they get their charge? I feel like they would have done more damage on the charge, although I suppose High Elf Spearmen are pretty tough. But here comes that flank, which is what he needed. So we just needed this about 30 seconds or a minute ago. And he would have been way better off. Obviously on this side he had the Fireborn to deal with, so it wasn't so even. But in some cases, in a situation like this one, where you're clearly going to lose to a superior cav, but you've got more cav than they do, so he had the 2 units, and the 1 Fireborn unit, he probably should have just did the 1v1, lost it, but in the meantime he could have been running around the back with his other unit, trying to get these infantries. Because by the time the Fireborn had finished with the Orc boys, these Boar boys would probably be like here, so the Fireborn wouldn't be able to stop them. So he could have still got a nice charge in on some of these archers, disrupted them. So yeah, don't be afraid to sacrifice units sometimes. Even if you know they're going to lose, if it allows another unit to make a play, it's just a martyr. Martyr for the greatness of the other unit. But yeah, doing well here, getting the charges on the back. Seeing just cohesion of the army back here. These should obviously be up. These, well, they got taken out, so they're just returning. Same with those. Random unit of big uns back here. Want to make sure your army attacks all together, because his entire army is all together. Yours should be too. But Greenskins, despite some of these mistakes, still put up a valiant effort and nearly won it. A very nice breath attack. Probably wants to dive in here with the dragon. There you go. Fear and Terror should take these Orc boys, or Savage Orcs rather. No, a little more damage. The Burning Head will do that. Very nice. So some nice plays there for the High Elves. There's only big mistake. Maybe a little too much infantry. Probably needed a little bit more cavalry. The High Elves. He's got the 2 units. Got the dragon, but not a lot of mobility. The Greenskins aren't a faction you really want to fight head on, because that's their thing. They're good at that. If you try to fight them with a load of, like, Sword Martyrs can take out a lot of stuff, but a unit of Dragon Princes can take out a lot of Orc stuff and not take any damage in return, because they can cycle charge. Whereas the Sword Masters are going to take damage, because Greenskins hit hard. There's a couple of units, these big uns should have been going after that Lord. They are anti-large. The Lord is large, of course. He had Grom. See, Grom was another one. Grom in the early game of this battle could have been huge. Just bouncing from missile unit to missile unit, disrupting them. But unfortunately, he got left back here. But that's just a micro error, as many noobs and non-noobs do, myself included. Nearly got the Lord dead. Should have made a bit more of an effort to finish that Lord off. Could have had this skirmish cav pursuing him, just constantly pressuring him. If you take a Lord off the battlefield, it's huge. Fireborn, maybe missing a trick. Not getting this caster. Anti-large Fireborn will get rid of this large shaman very quick. Take away his magic. Trying to jump on Grom here. There you go. Foot of Gork coming in. Bit of a massive waste of Foot of Gork there, actually. So that Foot of Gork got used on 2 mostly dead archers. And look what's right here. A full health unit of Swordmasters and a full health unit of Spearmen. That, honestly, if he'd done that, and archers as well, if he'd done that Foot of Gork right there, he probably would have won. Because it was damn close. Because he would have taken out that unit of Swordmasters. Their health would be nothing. All these units would be dead. So definitely missed an opportunity there. Got to look at who you're targeting. That's an expensive spell. That costs what? I can't even remember. 18 magic? Maybe less. But yeah, using it on 2 pretty much dead units of archers, not worth it. That would have really taken away pretty much most of the stuff the High Elves had left as well. Because these archers are nearly out of ammo. These ones would have been dead. These spearmen would have been left. These units are nearly dead. The Fireborn are getting beaten down by big uns. So yeah, a close one. Good battle though. Just a few mistakes from Frost, which cost him. But hopefully he will learn from them. Good battle though, fellas. Good game, good game. Custom battle? Nope. Okay, is the Cooking Man ready? Z-Wars number... Screenshot, apparently. Z-Wars number 12. Because I mashed 12 with my fat, sweaty fingers. Fat Chicken, still the password. Trying to get a 2v2 with Nick and Kukin if they're still here. So 2 slots will be taken, but the other 2 open for business. Although maybe some better players would be advised. Although, you know, maybe Kukin's lost it. Maybe he's rubbish. Join up, Nick. Well, if the Cooking Man's ready. If not, we're just going to have to write him off. We'll see if he's available later. Oh. We'll probably only play a couple more games. And then we're going to switch to some Company of Heroes. Kukin has made his return. He's finished his job in the kitchen. Don't ask what his job is. But he's arrived. I think I did better than my first time. Yeah. You did alright. It was just those few little things. Just getting in there. I think the biggest thing, and it is one that a lot of new players struggle with, is just coordinating all of your army to attack at the same time. That's the hard bit. It's really just about getting that cav round early, ready, and then when your infantry come into range of the missiles, the cav charge in, the infantry charge in, everything just crumps on around him. You had a nice flank on him. You had all the ingredients there. But he managed to scrape by. You, like I said, you nearly made a comeback, so you were doing some stuff right. And maybe just that foot of Gork. That foot of Gork would have been a big changer, I think. Game changer. But High Elves played it well as well. Used all his missiles as much as he could. Got a couple of nice breath attacks. Just needed that protection for his back line. No, Kukin, I think Kukin may have gone. Kukin down, Kukin down. Outer, you can join if you want. Maybe we'll switch the teams around though. Otherwise you and Potato on the side's probably a little unfair. Oh no, he is here. Still downloading the patch. Scheiße. Oh, Shockman's arrived. Okay, I don't think... Has Outer played yet? Oh, he played once, didn't he? Okay. Let's... if one of you could switch sides... Nick or Ben, and then one of you two could switch sides, because you two are better players. Nick's rusty, and I'm not sure about Ben. I think he's a newer player, but I'm not sure. Nice. That'll be a little bit more fair in the teams. We can get you in the next one, Outer. Did you want to enter the tournament, by the way, Outer? You haven't said, so I didn't know. Thought I'd check. Karak Bufta. Who are the best players here? Me, obviously. I'm the only one that matters. Shut up. Everyone else is rubbish. Only joking. I'm pretty rusty myself. But Shock's a good player. Potato's a good player. Outer, one of our best. That Willow guy, he's alright. Lycus is a good player. I think a lot of people have kind of been taking a bit of a break until the recent DLC. Odd Ratio, yeah, he's a good player. Ulrich is good. Most of the people that are on the list in the on the Discord, they're generally the better ones. Kukin Man, he used to be a good player. We don't know anymore. We haven't seen him for a while. He might have lost it. He might have lost all his skills. Unit caps aren't on. Lies. Look, they're on. Let's see. Trying to spread lies and propaganda. Why do you use Scheiße so often? Why don't you? That's the real question here. Nick de Boer. I know him. Is Nick famous? Is Nick actually Henry Cavill? Is that what's happened here? See you later, Ryan. Thanks for watching. finally started watching 10 minutes ago and apparently wasn't subscribed, so I couldn't post in chat. Dratos. Yeah, I added that 10-minute subscriber thing so that we don't get those stupid bots. And me and Steph don't have to play kill the bot. As much as we do enjoy killing bots, it kind of got a bit old. He's a rusty kitchen. That's not what you want. That sounds dangerous, actually. Don't let your kitchen get rusty. I do. I'm a German. Yeah, I don't know why I said it. I don't know why. I used it in one of my first, well, not one of my first videos, but one of my Warhammer 1 videos, so one of my first videos, essentially. The Beastmen guide. I said, oh, scheisse, it's the Beastmen. No idea why, just did. And now it's become a catchphrase. I'm going to get some merch with that on a hat. Oh, scheisse, it's the Beastmen. I mean, yeah, I'm slightly offended that you weren't subscribed, to be honest. Get out. Steph. Time for Pup to go. Play Dawn of War Soulstorm. Why Soulstorm? I thought Wet Retribution was where it's at. I nearly said Wetribution. Wetribution. Like Elmer Fudd. Branded merchandise. Do a t-shirt. I might do one day. I need to redo my logo and stuff though before I do anything like that. Pump these rusty arms. I think multiplayer wise, Retribution with the Elite mod is where it's at. What does the Elite mod do exactly? I did enjoy Dawn of War. I'd love to get into it. I'd probably make it a huge part of the channel if it wasn't dead. If I was into it when it came out, I probably would have been all over it. Which is why I hope they do a new one. That is not Dawn of War 3, obviously. Got your first vaccine shot today. Didn't realize they were giving it to dogs. Good luck. Try not to pass out and die. That was a little bit stronger than I've meant it to come on, but whatever. I'll stick with it. Dawn of 1, more armies, more tactics, more buildings, less cover base than my laptop can handle it. Veta. Soulstorm, dude. Is it not? Let's find out. I think I have it somewhere. Buried away at the bottom of my games pile. Wait, do I have it? Dawn of War 2. I thought I had the Master Collection. Am I missing something? What am I missing? Could have sworn it was a DLC. Got Chaos Rising and Retribution. Why do I not have Soulstorm? I'm sure I had it. What am I looking at? Anyway, better check the battles. We're going. Still placing. Need a cup of tea? Oh, not in this weather. It's Dawn of War 1. Ah, of course. Cool, cool. Yeah, I'd hope they'd remaster Dawn of War 1. Or remake it, rather. just with better unit or like better visuals and better controls and stuff. Yeah, I don't have Dawn of War 1 actually. I've never played it, although I know people say it's the best. Only joking, they say 3 is the best. Only joking, 3 is not the best. Graveguard, Graveguard, Graveguard. Chosen, chosen. Bit of mobility. Ooh, Mr. Hailstone. Throwing down some serious words. Kukin is fuming in his Dawn of War 1 boots. Got some doggos, got some Cav. Britonia. Got the peasant mob, got the battle pilgrims, lots of archers. Hey, the big ones on the field for the greenskins. Some anti-large, some black orcs in there. Got Grimgor, yeah. Bit of Grimgor action. So Britonia and the greenskins kind of playing together. Is this not the most unlikely alliance you've ever seen in your life? Greenskins and Frenchmen. Little Cav flank coming in here, maybe. Front lines clashing. Zombos. Graveguard coming in. Nice doggo attack on the archers. Those Black Orcs, they got plenty of targets in the Graveguard. That's who they want to go for. Green cheese? There's no cheese here. Sacre bleu. Exactly. That's the one I need to use if I want to get the French guys on board. Got the old Soul of Damnation. Doing some work. 51 kills. 600 value. Not too shabby. Bit of a clump up going up here. The Fey Enchantress. Obviously has a Mortis engine thing going on. Bit of Cav comes to the rescue. Questing Knights. Weren't we insulting the French a while ago? That does sound about right. Oh, nice Comet of Cassandora coming in. Not sure it was worthwhile on crypt calls though. Greenskins arrive. Bring in the Black Orcs. I would actually like to point something out. So Black Orcs, you know how Black Orcs used to be red? Well, I'm actually the one that showed CA a picture of the army guide and said, look, Black Orcs are actually supposed to be black. And then they made them black. I made Black Orcs black. That's my claim to fame. And because the picture of the Crimson Killers looks exactly like the old Black Orcs in Total War Warhammer. And so it never really made much sense. And so now they've changed it to mostly black, but you can still see some colour on them because they need a bit of colour for faction. Kind of, what's the word? Identification, I guess, if you had play like a sub-faction or whatever. Black is the new black, pretty much. But yeah, that's my green skin claim to fame. I helped make Black Orcs black. Oh, that Soul of Damnation's doing some work though, taking out Black Orcs. 102 kills, 1500 damage. Oof. Surprised nobody's gone after it. There are some halberds protecting it, but still a little green skin Cav over there. Could probably dwiddle on it. The Fey and her double paladins still going strong. Somehow not taking any damage. I guess they're getting the heals. Assuming there's a healer. I haven't even checked. Maybe not anymore. Why would Black Orcs be red? Well, Black Orcs are Black Orcs because their skin is darker than... There's like a darker shade of green, so they're like almost black. Is supposed to be it. But they did actually have black armor in the... what's it called? The army book. Probably got it somewhere. But they look way cooler with black armor. They don't quite look as cool in this game as they do with entirely black armor in the picture. I'll try and show you in a second. Blood Dragon Vampire Lord. Still going strong. So many Vampire Lords, I have no idea what any of them do anymore. There's so many different ones that are all kind of the same. So many different Vampire Lords with the words Vampire Lord in their name. Lamian, Blood Dragon, French, I don't know, they're all the same. Or they're obviously different, they have different abilities and stuff, but far be it from me to know which one is which. Ooh, Fey Enchantress. Nearly going down. Oh, that Solar Damnation's still going. Still banging shots around. But it may not be enough, because there's a lot of greenskin stuff left. Actually, not a lot. It's mostly just the big one who's in good health. This big boss. Maybe some goblins. The favor apparently sneaking in that of the Chaos and Vampires. The Bretonnians mostly out of the fight now. The Fae survives with one paladin for now. There's one unit of halberds. I mean, while this is... So this might seem like a waste having this unit protect these, because obviously they're just back here to protect, and they're not a waste because obviously they're deterring anything from coming to get this cannon. So they are doing a job. But even though this unit hasn't got any kills or anything, it's still got a lot of health left, which means it's keeping its CP, it's keeping its value, which makes it a little bit easier to win and get that army losses penalty. So having full health units that are expensive is actually quite valuable in the late game. Because a lot of these units are all pretty much half dead, so CP is just very small. Same with the big one though. The big one's probably counteracting that by a lot because he obviously costs a lot. But he's got a lot of health, so he's got a lot of CP still in the field. Keeping the fight going for the Greenskins Bretonnia side. There you go, got these Dragon Ogres as well. I can't find my keys, so I had to order food and coffee. Stop talking about hot drinks in this weather. Jeez. Grimgor's still going. Just and just. 500 health. Favor bar is predicting the outcome probably fairly accurately though. Soul of Damnation now out of ammo, but he got 179 kills for 2,300 value. Zoinks. That's big stuff. Big money talk. These gobos going to take a charge to the face like absolute champs. It's only skirmish cap though, so not too bad, eh? Oh, Grimgor on his last legs. Down he goes. After this charge. 17 health. Oh, don't watch it. Don't watch it. It's too horrible. The big one wavering, broken, and that is a GG. Good game, fellas. Nice work from that Chaos Artillery. Or maybe the big one as well. Well, we got 2,300, so equal artillery damage. Look at that. Very close. Both 2,300. Grimgor. Fair work. Black Orcs. Black Orcs not really getting their value. Most of Ben's work coming from the Rogue Idol. Sigvold doing a bit. 2,000. Nice. Nice work from the caster as well. Those halberds were protecting. One of the Chosen doing some fine work. The other one not so much. Doggos. One of the Doggos getting over 1,000. Oh no, 200. It's a skirmish cap that got 1,000. Which is also nice for their cost. Bit of work from the Dragon Ogre. So Chaos getting a lot done. That was Shog. Tater. Fey Enchantress, 2,000. Nice. Paladins also. Fair bit of work. Peasant Mob, meh. Not a lot from his infantry altogether. Or his missiles. They couldn't get going. Or his Cav, actually. Which is probably a big part of why that side didn't win. Couldn't get the value out of his big boys, his Cav. Not sure what happened to them. And Nick with the Vampiros. Bit of infantry power, nice work from the Blood Knights. And those ones as well, not bad. Bit of work from the Doggos. Nice. I think that's everybody. Good game, fellas. Okay. What else we got? I think Volcom was still waiting to play, actually. Are you still around? Did you still want to do a tryout? We can find you someone to try out against. I'm going to close this room down a little. Galbaras. Good game, fellas. Good game. Going to do one more battle, I think. And then we're going to do some company. Well, actually, Outer needs a tryout as well. So I guess here's the test. This will be Volcom's test. Like I say, you don't need to win. You just need to put up a decent fight. So go for it, fellas. Play whichever factions you like. Go for it. I'm going to find this orc book a minute. Where are you, Black Orcs? There we go. So I'm not sure how well this is going to focus. So if you look, don't know how well you can see this. Can't get my mic stands in the way. So you see these red ones? These are Crimson Killers. But they look like the old Black Orcs. Try to get it closer. So that's basically Crimson Killers, right? But that's how Black Orcs looked in Total War Warhammer. But this is how Black Orcs looked in the tabletop. Properly black. And they look fucking cool like that. Which is why they're now black. I showed that to CA. I was like, look, man, these are the wrong colors. Make them black. They look way cooler. And they did. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool to make a change, especially to my green boys. Here we go. So we've got Beastmen versus Vampire Counts. Ooh. A tall order for Volcom. Outer's one of our strong players. And Beastmen is usually his faction of choice, so we'll see what he can do with some of the new stuff, I imagine. What are we on about public shaming? Oh, about the tryouts. Yeah, I'm not going to say who's accepted and who's not. There'll just be a draw. We'll probably do a draw of names to go into the tournament, so some people might get in or might not, even if they are good enough. And we'll also draw the matchups as well, because I just love doing draws. Oh, that was great. Seeing inside one of the old armor books. I mean, I think you can see inside all of them. There's like Google documents for that. But Sol said I shouldn't promote those anymore because I'll probably get in trouble. And he's probably right. But you can find them. They're out there. I looked at them for like Kislev and stuff. Interesting to see all the lore of that. The old books. Does anyone play Vampire Coast much? You don't see them played as much these days since the last couple of updates. They took a few nerfs. They're not as strong as they used to be, but still good. Still strong. But greenskins are kind of dominating. Excuse me, dominating these days. They generally get picked more than anybody. Next time that I make it to a stream and you do a noob matchup, if I didn't just get up, I'll try my luck. Alrighty. Here we go. Outer's very compact beastmen versus a very wide vampire counts. Spearmen, zombies. Graveguard taking some hits from the Eye of Morsleep, I imagine. He always has that Eye of Morsleep. He loves it. Zombies, skeletons, Mortis Engine, Devils of Schwarzhofen, Terrorgeist, Blood Knights and Heinrich. Gonna try the old Heinrich plan, eh? I like the balls. I like your balls. Outer, coming with the cheapy infantry. Chaos Spawn, Jabba, Gorgon. Oh, the fancy Gorgon as well. He's Pest. The Eye of Morsleep, chucking his rocks. Little Shaman. No horse or anything for that, or chariot, I suppose. And Morgul. Okay. I wish I could play, but my PC is having issues. It keeps restarting Sedge. Shit, man. Shit, dude. Oh, some Cairn Wraiths here as well. So a lot of large to take down for the vampire counts, and that is one of their biggest weaknesses, is they're a bit rubbish at taking down large. He's going to answer the Cairn Wraiths with the magical damage of the Jabba Scythes. Jabba Scythe, I should say. There's only one. Done a lot of damage on that first hit. Beastman box. Sort of. Big flank coming in though from Volker. So not sure. I guess maybe the Cairn Wraiths are there to try and break some leadership, because they're not really very often any armor in the Beastmen army. You might see Bestigor, but I suppose Minotaurs and stuff they could be useful for, but those are probably best left alive, the Cairn Wraiths, because when it gets to the late game and these units are low on leadership, those Cairn Wraiths could be useful. Break that leadership. Chaos Spawn coming in, going to start slapping around zombies, skeletons. Big charge coming into the background. Got that caster, dead if he wants it. Heinrich Kemmler though, not perhaps the best for killing characters, but... Uh-oh, spell coming down. What is it? It's a Traitorkin upgraded. Ooh. Spicy. This Terrorgeist getting mangled. Trying to fight a Gorgon? You must be crazy. Crazy Geist. Got Gorgon all over him. Mortis Engine, not been in the fight, not doing what it needs to do. It needs to get in there and heal its troops, but it can't do that unless it's in melee, so it really needs to get that in there. Otherwise it's going to do nothing. The Jabba's after it. Again, the magical damage of the Jabba Scythe, perfect for taking down the Mortis Engine. Although it's not really a great monster killer, I don't think, but it'll still do some decent damage. I mean, it's charged right into the anti-large monster. Probably not its best choice. Maybe we wanted to come over here. Try and sort this side out. Still got those Devils of Schwarzhofen though. He's actually mostly sorted out this side. The Beastmen stuff nearly gone. Chaos Spawn nearly out. Some spawned up spawn. The Wizard somehow staying alive pretty well. Although I suppose it's only Heinrich on his case. Not the strongest of melee boys, but here comes the strongest of melee boys. The Brute. Gonna try and get Heinrich, which could be bad for him. So Outer's Chaos Spawn nearly done. It's going to be mostly his large stuff left. Jabba Slide taking a bit of damage, but it's still okay. Eye of Moor's Leap also still okay. A lot of ammo left in that Eye of Moor's Leap though. No engine left behind. The engine's actually doing okay. It's obviously regenerates, so it's sticking around okay. Getting some healing going now. Although it's only healing zombies, so not really worthwhile. Oh, there are Graveguard there as well, actually. Morgor's still going strong. A lot of vampire stuff coming, but of course a lot of this is just cheapy zombies, so it's not as fancy and good as it looks. He's still got his Blood Knights. He should probably dive on this now while he's got it isolated. The Schwarzhofen boys try and take that Jabba Slide down. Though the Schwarzhofens are nearly dead. Mortis Engine. Little Traderkin coming in again. Going to take away the speed. He's trying to get the Blood Knights. Nope, going after the Mortis Engine instead. Going after the Eye of Moor's Leap. Getting some heals. Trying to get rid of the caster still. That Bray Shaman. Oh, big hits there. That's probably going to rout him. Jabba Slide still going though. I think it's about high time the vampire count's got some kind of decent anti-large. If you're not going to give them missiles, you need to give them a pretty decent anti-large something. You've got the Blood Knights, you've got the Terrorgeist, but you probably need an infantry really. Just something that can put some danger down in the main bulk of the fight. Because Skeleton Spearmen are going to do that. You need some anti-large Graveguard or something. I don't know if they existed in tabletop. But fighting large is one of their biggest problems. As you can see by this battle, where only the large stuff is left alive. The Jabba Slide, the Gorgon, and the Eye of Moor's Leap. He's put up a reasonable fight. The favor bar moving in out his favor though. These monsters, a lot of health left. Morgul's in there. Mortis Engine nearly out of juice. Graveguard Halberds. Exactly. There you go. Boom. Mortis Engine down. Putting up a reasonable fight is Volcom. But I think these large being left... Well, I don't know. He's getting rid of the Eye of Moor's Leap. If he can get rid of the Jabba, which is also nearly on its way to death. Make Kern Wraiths anti-large. Those are big size. That could be an option. They're also quite fast, so that would be good too. Down the vampires go, but a valiant effort from Volcom. Good game. Good game, fellas. Now to getting not too much out of Morgul. Nice work from all the monsters though. 4,300 from the Blood Brute. That's value right there. That's value for money. 2,000 from the Eye of Moor's Leap as well. Not a ton from his Chaos Spawn or his infantry, obviously. Bray Shaman. Bray Shaman actually pretty good. Those Traitorkins doing some nice work. 2,000. Couldn't get... So those Kern Wraiths maybe should have gone into battle a little bit later. Might have helped them out. Graveguard couldn't do a lot. Blood Knights getting a little bit done. Probably needed more Blood Knights perhaps. Terrorgeist got dunked on. So the Terrorgeist maybe needed to stay out the way a bit more, waiting for one of those big monsters to be isolated. Or preferably not the Blood Brute, because that thing's anti-large and horrible. Could have maybe got the Jabba Scythe though if it was isolated. Had that Mortis engine as well. Did some damage in the end. Not sure how much healing it did. Be good if it did have a stat for that actually. But there we go. Good game, fellas. Well played. I think we'll leave it there with the Total War today. Move over to some Company of Heroes now, I reckon. Welcome, Skippy. Thank you, my dude. Forgot I left my Mortis engine behind. Drato's, son. Cool, let's do some Company of Heroes. I'm going to end and restart the stream just so it creates kind of a separate video that I can put up on YouTube so people can find it easier and have it as a video. So yeah, I'll be back in a second. We're going to play some Company of Heroes 3. If you want to watch that, then stick around. We'll probably have to move chat. I think it creates a new chat. But yeah, just check in a couple of minutes. And it should be all there. If you don't want to watch Company of Heroes, thanks for watching. See you. I'll be back. What day is it? Saturday. I'll be back Tuesday. Not sure what with. Probably not Total War. But you never know. We'll see. Yeah, sorry you didn't get to play as well, Kuchen. Kuchen man. But we'll get you in next time if you're ready to go. Let's get out of this. But yeah, I'll be back in a sec. Going to restart the stream to make a separate video for KOH 3.